While traveling, Elvira reads the prince's poetry, inspiring fantasies of meeting her ideal man. Her widowed mother, Rebecca, has fallen for someone new, so the family relocates. Upon arriving, Elvira and her sister Alma are introduced to their stepfather, Odo, and new stepsister Agnes, and Rebecca and Rebecca marry in a small ceremony. Later, Agnes shows Elvira around the estate. Elvira is thrilled by the house, as charm in the nearby forest, especially since the royal castle, is visible from afar. At dinner, everyone enjoys cake, but Otto suddenly has a heart attack, coughing up blood. Agnes fast before dying at the table. The next morning, Elvira tries to comfort Agnes by sharing her own grief. Agnes snaps, claiming Otto only married Rebecca for money. Elvira hurries to tell her mom, unaware that Rebecca is learning the same from the lawyers. It turns out both Otto and Rebecca believed the other had wealth, but neither did. The lawyers say its land and livestock are gone, and Rebecca is left with mere coins. Overwhelmed, she faints, thinking she's too old to remarry. Rebecca insists Elvira must marry for them, but she calls Elvira too unattractive and Alma too young. Crushed, Elvira stares into the mirror and pops a zit. Soon a palace invitation arrives. The prince will pick a bride at an upcoming ball. Agnes signs up immediately, and Elvira tries too, but lacks a proper surname. Nanj introduces her as her stepsister. The messenger records her as Elvira Vaughn's stepsister, but she's still ecstatic and imagines marrying the prince. Rebecca takes her to a doctor to enhance her looks. Braces removal, nose surgery, eyelash extensions. Rebecca promises double payment after the ball. While Elvira notices blood on the floor, her braces come off easily, but the nose work, done with a chisel and no anesthesia, leaves her screaming. Later, Elvira joins a finishing school to learn etiquette while wearing a nose brace. Only 3 girls will be chosen for the prince, but all must impress. In dance class, Elvira is placed in the back row, while Agnes is spotlighted. That night, Elvira gets a plain soup while others eat well. Agnes wants Otto's funeral, but Rebecca insists on waiting until Elvira snags a husband. Agnes argues money is being wasted on Elvira's beauty, while Otto's body rots. Rebecca interrupts to say Alma and Elvira will use Agnes' old dresses. Angry, Agnes storms off. She visits Otto's corpse, now crawling with bugs, and screams. The next day, they learn how to use fans, balance books, and curtsy. At day's end, the teacher posts who made the cut. Elvira is shocked to see she was added last minute, fueling more royal wedding fantasies. New lessons start the following day, focusing on advanced dancing. Elvira is called up to demonstrate but is ridiculed as a wasted effort. Turns out Rebecca bribed the teacher to get her in. After the humiliation, the teacher brings Agnes and 2 others to demonstrate properly. That night, Elvira tries on Agnes' dresses, but none fit. Reike orders the maids to alter them. Alone, Elvira looks at herself in the mirror and cries. Then she eats a hidden cinnamon roll. Later, each girl meets Madame Sophie. Sophie tells Agnes the prince will adore her. When Elvira meets her, she cries and says she feels hopeless and unwanted. Sophie assures her she's brave, sees herself in her, and gives her a gift to show inner beauty matters. In the forest, Elvira shows Alma the gift, a tapeworm egg. Eating it lets her eat without gaining weight. Once slim, she can take an antidote. Alma is wary, but Elvira swears her to secrecy. Meanwhile, Agnes meets secret lover Isak, apologizing but saying she must marry the prince. Elvira eats the tapeworm egg. Suddenly, a dead bird drops nearby and she hears voices. Investigating, she finds 3 drunk men, one of whom is peeing. She stares at his backside and realizes he's Prince Julian. Their eyes meet and she runs but later watches him hunt. She cries while imagining a future with him. Back home, she hears odd barn noises and discovers Agnes and Isaac together. She rushes to tell her mom. Next morning, Rebecca explodes on Agnes, insults her, and declares her a servant. Isaac is thrown out without time to dress. In her room, Elvira keeps secretly eating. 3 months later, her nose brace is removed. She's now slim and flawless. She watches Agnes toil and is nicknamed Cinderella. During a doctor visit, it's time for eyelash extensions. Strapped to a chair, Elvira gets numbing cream, but it's ineffective. As a nurse holds her eyes open, she screams as lashes are sewn in. That night, Alma finds blood on her sheets. She's become a woman. Elvira, unable to sleep from pain and hunger, sneaks out for food while bandaged. Alma catches her, but she lies about needing the bathroom. In the kitchen, Elvira is found by Agnes, who petties her and offers food. Later, it's revealed Sophie is dating the teacher. Elvira, now pretty enough, joins the main dance group. That evening, Agnes feeds her again during a bath, but Elvira is horrified to see her hair falling out. Soon a man delivers a fancy dress, which Rebecca says was costly. As Agnes helps her dress, the man grabs Agnes' face. She spits at him, he retaliates, but she fights back. Rebecca orders her to clean up the mess. The man sees Elvira's hair loss and slaps on a wig, declaring she'll make them rich. That night, Elvira hears Rebecca having sex with the man. Meanwhile, Agnes retrieves a hidden gown to attend the ball secretly. When she tries to leave, Elvira catches her. They fight over the dress, tearing it. Rebecca enters, calming Elvira by reminding her Agnes has no dress now. She gives Elvira a sleeping draft. Agnes runs to Otto's rotting room, now filled with flowers. Maggots crawl on him, but silkworms start weaving her dress. Her dead mother appears in a dream, telling her about hidden shoes and that the coach becomes a pumpkin at midnight. Next day, Rebecca finishes preparing Elvira with the wig. At the ball, girls meet the prince one by one. He looks bored while nobles make crude jokes. Sophie introduces Elvira, but he's unimpressed. Elvira is picked as the main dancer, finally catching Julian's eye as the ball begins. She's asked to dance by several men, but Julian picks her. She's overjoyed when he calls her beautiful. Then Agnes appears in a beautiful gown and veil. Julian immediately ditches Elvira to dance with Agnes. Heartbroken, Elvira runs off and vomits tapeworm eggs. Rebecca finds her and says there are other men. When Elvira says she's dying, Rebecca slaps her and forces her back. Elvira keeps dancing but watches Agnes with Julian, Rebecca with noblemen, and the dress seller nearby. She hallucinates worms everywhere. When the clock hits 12, Agnes flees. The prince grabs her. Shuan declares he'll marry whoever fits it. On the way home, Elvira yells in frustration. Near the door, she finds a pumpkin. Enraged, she grabs a knife and attacks at Agnes, demanding the shoe. Agnes dodges and fights back. Becca stops Elvira but continues flirting with her male guest. Agnes escapes, dropping the second shoe. In her room, Elvira tries it on, but it doesn't fit. Desperate, she cuts her toes off. As she collapses screaming, Alma rushes in and binds her foot. Reka enters, sedates Elvira, and says she used the wrong foot. Alma flees in horror, while Rebecca severs the other toes. Elvira dreams of Julian choosing her. She wakes up in agony, vomiting blood. Hearing the prince's arrival, she crawls out. She falls down the stairs and bleeds out. Agnes sees her but walks past to meet Julian. The shoe fits, and they kiss. Elvira breaks down. Alma saves her and gives her the antidote, pulling out the enormous tapeworm. She kills it and steals Rebecca's jewels. Rebecca sees but ignores it to keep having sex. Alma helps Elvira mount a horse and the sisters flee their toxic home. Subscribe and turn on notifications to catch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.